We're trying this again because guess what? There's a lot of rain and shit around me. Really shouldn't say that early in the stream. That's frowned upon, right? Eh, who knows? The signal is weak. Hands are heavy. Let's go. Hello. We're trying to do something today. I've got a lot of storms and stuff around me, so there's a chance everything will be slow. And actually, I'm even going to type a note here at the top. Something just to denote bad weather or something. But yeah, storms. That's why the last stream ended so abruptly. Let's see. Bad. Attempting to stream. Oh wow, tornado weather. That's fun. Yeah, it's not as bad where I'm at, but it's bad enough to where it's like shut down the satellite TV and obviously it ended the last stream. And we should be good for like 30 minutes or so before it starts getting back to me again. You stay up till 5 a.m.? You could have just watched the recap on Georgia Plane Spotting's channel, homie. Yeah, I saw your... I didn't check my email until I was already, like, on the way out there. I want to do an Atlanta flight real quick. I haven't flown around the home area in a while. But, what, blah, blah, blah. I had my dog with me, so obviously I had a priority on keeping him in the correct temperature, because it was hot as shit, especially later in the day there. So, we'll start here. So I had a priority to... Interesting. Priority to, you know, keep him happy. And not overheating. And then as soon as I pulled up... as soon as I pulled up there, I got there like 11-ish. Or no, like 11:30. Later than I expected. But like 4 people I had invited were already there. So as soon as I got there, I don't want to say I was in entertaining mode or entertainment mode, but I had invited a handful of people to just come hanging out. So I didn't want to... And they're like, hey guys, show up, that way we can hang out and we have a friend's day out, and then just shut up and not talk to anybody. I did see the G2 fly formation. I think they did it more than once, because he did it like right as I was pulling up at like 11:30, 11:45, whenever. But yeah. Yeah, this is going to take forever to load. I wonder if I can do this while we're waiting. I actually need to do it on my phone first. And then what I'll do... gotta figure out a way to bring this up to the screen. Back that bad boy up. Well, oh, we're getting that right there. It's okay. We're gonna pause that for just a split second. y'all can just look at that. Let's see. Photos. No, take me back to my other screen. Okay, we're gonna pause that for just a second. Save image as a desktop. Save. I can go here. Desktop. No, not that one. This one. Why is the image so shit? Download. Show in folder. Okay, much better. And now I can do a new source of window capture. Pick. Okay, yeah, so I believe this is working. This here is me and Dino. As you can see, we were hanging out and we were doing the air show thing. To make sure this is working on the screen for you guys. No! Did it reset or are we still live? Nope, we're still good. Yeah, there's me and Dino. As you can see, he was fucking hot. So, yeah. I was really busy making sure that he wasn't dying of fucking heat exhaustion. So that's my excuse. But yeah, that's Dino. He's a homie. He made a lot of friends. He's very happy. Okay, cool. So how do we get back to... I can turn that one off. Okay, now I gotta make sure that this is all zoomed in correctly. Press 26. Okay, that's looking at a whole ass helicopter there with my left eye, basically. Want to make sure that we're all lined up because I don't know if me changing the screen size messed that up any. Nope, looks like we got a whole ass helicopter there, so we're good. We're gonna... Yeah, Dino's a homie, dude. Let's see. I want to do Shift C. But yeah, so sorry I didn't do any streaming or anything while I was there. Once again, my priority was making sure my dog didn't die of heat exhaustion because it was very hot. We ended up putting him in a car at one point to just to keep him okay, you know? Because my friend brought their dog as well. So with them having their dog, me having my dog, they were kind of hanging out doing their thing. We were getting pulled around everywhere, and yeah, it was just a good day with friends. I didn't want to take my attention off of the people that I invited to actually to show up and be there, so. And also the stream ends for anybody, which I think it's probably just us in here watching right now, I would assume. But if the stream happens to end for anybody, I am in a lot of weather. So if it just puts, then there's a very high likelihood that I'm in the middle of a thunderstorm and just don't have any satellite service or whatever. Okay. Go do whatever you're doing. Okay, so let's take off out of here. I'm just doing some flying for me. I wanted to just, you know, do something. Gotta do some left pedal. Actually, I wanted to take off from over here, which is actually like the helicopter place. They do all the maintenance, Metro Aviation's over here, so they do a lot of maintenance on the 135s, 145s, the PK-117 airframe. And I don't know if they also do it, or if Helinet or somebody is also over here in this hangar in front of us. But they also run the 206s that are local to like the news stations and stuff out of this hangar, or this corner of the airport. And actually, we're going to be facing the other way. To adjust my TV volume. Sounds kind of high to me. I am at KPDK, Peachtree DeKalb Airport, kind of in the northeast-ish area of Atlanta. It's a very popular executive airport. And actually, if you look up the Prestige helicopters that I was talking about looking at their school, this is where they're based out of. And if you look at their Instagram where they do any of their auto rotation practices or whatever, it's usually to this helipad here, which is at the end of 16. Gray Tower Helicopter 420 Foxtrot Whiskey. Departing of helipad 1 following 16. PDK Tower. Oh yeah, and I told Georgia Plane Spotting there's a really cool plane spotting spot here, which I don't know if it's going to show up. But kind of right there where that little circular pad looking thing is, there's actually like stadium seating there, so that way people can see the entire runway. Usually it's not 2-1 right, usually it's 2-1 left that they're using because it's the Gulfstreams and the Phenoms and the lot of fucking citations. Get some winds cranking, 50 knot tail. Jeez. Let me go see if I know there was mention of like an Atlanta update, so I just want to fly over there real quick and see if there's anything obviously different. Don't know about 50 knot. Uh, 24 knot winds going some direction. Actually, right now they're kind of doing this in real life, so 30 knots from like, what, 200 or something like that. It made our airspeed fucking jump up there real quick, didn't it? Sean, hello, we're just shenaniganing. Also, I went to go hang out with Sean yesterday because they bought me some gold. So we went and panned at their house. And with the storm coming through, I'm just shenanigans. Yeah, I'll head over to the airshow airport. It's probably a 20-minute flight. I think it's GA2, Golf Alpha 2. I think that's the airport code for it. But that also puts us directly in the headwind, so. Boy, if only there was a way to change where that headwind was coming from. We got a hell of a tailwind now, I'll tell you what, boys. Hello, tailwind. I'm trying to vane myself directly with it, but it's not letting me do it. It wants to shove my tail one way or the other. We'll tone it down a little bit. The 206 isn't quite happy with that aggressive of a tailwind. Sea Rover 85 here. Welcome back. We're heading down to GA2 because I wanted to fly through Atlanta a little bit and see if there's any new things happening here. Also, have you ever watched the TV show True Lies based on the movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger is in? We filmed it in this studio warehouse area right there. That was where there was like catering, tent, and trucks and shit out there. Fun fact. That was one of the armorers for that show. A lot of real machine guns used in that one, so that's a very fun show to be a part of. They need to do an LA update where it's burning shit everywhere and fucking traffic jams and a whole bunch of heads on the street and shit like that. Yeah, this thing is not happy with the tailwind. That's for sure. Done a lot of filming around here. That's just kind of working in Atlanta, being a part of it. I'm just going to follow 75 down, and we'll split off on the 41 and follow that down through like Peachtree City-ish. Or no, we have to do 85 that way. Either way, we're kind of free balling. Yes, exactly. You were there. That's why we're going there. We're hunting you down, little by little. Oop, we're going to do a stop here, though. Apologies to the passengers. Slight tailwind landing on an elevated platform. Ooh, naughty, naughty. Going from out of ground effect to in ground effect with a tailwind. Get out! Proper departure procedure from there as well. Of course, we wouldn't then turn immediately to the right, but they want you to back off of that roof. Yeah, dude, it's a cool airport. Like I said, on Saturdays and stuff, the, like, good weather Saturdays, like, it's ripping. It's fucking busy. Because everybody that lives around that's into general aviation is, you know, flying up and taking their wife or their friends out to eat, and they're going to Barnstormers there. So it's a very popular place when it comes time. Some sightseeing in Australia. Ooh. Definitely feeling the storm right now. Getting a little bit laggy. We'll see. Like you said, different places than we would be doing anyways on our around the world bit through there. But we'll see. I just kind of wanted to do some fun flying today. Like, less extravagant shenanigans, just because I needed to wiggle the stick a little bit. And I feel like if I leave this thing alone for too long, it'll break to a point to where it frustrates me to get it working again. Like, there was an update today where I just clicked update on the computer and update in the headset, and it seemed to work out for me without even making me restart anything. So I was pretty happy that decided to do it. But the stream keeps ending for me, so like I said, I'm very well aware that it's suboptimal at the moment. We are doing our best. Now we're crossing over the busiest airport in the world. Welcome to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, Atlanta. We're going to do a low pass by where the police helicopter parks over here. And honestly, probably some of this lagging is because I'm staring at all this other moving shit around here. If I look that way, it might get better. A little bit. We'll see. Alt, delete. Galixio. F-18, F-18. I bet they know each other. So APD parks their helicopter here in this last hangar. It's an MD-530 Foxtrot, MD-530F. Let's just cross the active, that's no big deal. Also, cool thing, when Atlanta put in this loop thing there, it allows planes to cross while people are still using the active runway. And it greatly increased the ability for Atlanta to handle a whole bunch of stuff coming in and out. It reduced a lot of internal traffic, ground traffic. Yeah, stream keeps cutting out, dude. Like I said, it's a weather day today, that's for sure. You know what's dumb? The F-18 is a plane that's in the game, yet it's still showing as a 737 or whatever for old buddy there. Womp. Yeah, comma, the weather is pretty bad. Yeah, comma, the weather is pretty bad. And that was just me replying to the chats. That way it's in writing as well in case it was unable to be heard. Yeah, we'll follow Old National Highway down. If you want to get robbed, you usually hang out around this area. Those are all like Section 8 housing, low-income shits back there. It's good now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured it'll be spotty. That's a downside to using Starlink, but the plus side is I live in the middle of nowhere, and Starlink makes it where I can at least do this when it's nice outside. So, I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, we're just freeballing this. We're not even really using any real navigation techniques. I know I'm heading south. I believe that's Fayetteville kind of in front of us a bit. I know where the roads go, but I'm unfamiliar with what it looks like from the air. Jesus Christ. Sean. Hello, Sean. Yes, Streamception, what's going on? Oh, it's pretty good, you know, you can see I heard myself on the TV, I believe. Yeah, it's like 30 seconds. Good night, bud. You and Beline sleep tight. Love you. Bye. That was just Sean calling to say goodnight. That's such a fucking funny trend. Just call your homies like, hey, we're just getting ready for bed here. Just want to call and say goodnight. Ah, good stuff. So let's see. We're heading pretty much south-ish. I don't care about the little things that are around me. Actually, there is a little airport that's nearby that I want to see if we can find. Let's see what this big open area is over here, and we'll be able to go from there. So this little airport that I'm looking for is actually attached to a house. It's like a private soft-filled runway. Like the cranes that you see are the arms on top of vehicles. And they also have the arms on top of vehicles. And they also have an A-Star. They have a, I want to say it's an H-125. I want to say it was a newer model. Either way, I know we're closest right here is Fayetteville, because this is what's called the Pavilion. Shout out to the homies that I do the car stuff with. The race car shop is up there. Stream pause for a good amount of time. Yeah, that happens. Anyway, Cinemoves, where we're heading first on our way down, is a privately owned airport. And actually, there's a right over here. It's not really made, but there's an Air Evac Life Team base right there. If anybody's curious. So, actually, they fly a 206 out of there. So we're gonna touch down here. The only reason we're touching down here is because they run a 206, but they run a 206 L4. This is the B3. But I think I was saying the other night, it's kind of weird because despite having the ability to literally fly anywhere and everywhere in the world, I still enjoy flying around my own area. they have to be careful here because they have a power line. And I think if we pop this up, yeah, you can see the helipad marker there, even though it's old photogrammetry. Of course, Air Evac, with their operating procedures, they do a very steep, very slow, like painfully slow from what I understand, approach in. Kind of far back there, but I don't have a building to reference on. So we'll call this grass puffed here. Losing some frames, but that's okay. And now we're going to go over to the Cine Moves Ranch. Come on, let's get over these trees and get our frames back. So what we're going to do, we're kind of going to be heading down to the next major road that goes east-west through Fayetteville. Come on, gain some more altitude. Get me out of this fucking frame drag. Yeah, I know it's not going to be a lot of stuff tonight. I don't even want to do that particularly long of a stream. I just wanted to get something done, you know? Not get complacent of not doing anything. This is the ranch over here. We'll be doing a left traffic for it because there is a pole right there, and that pole is frowned upon. When I say pole, I mean tower. Actually, we're easy flying today. I'm getting tired of this wiggliness with the wind. Go away. I just want to fly and enjoy. And here is Cine Moves Film Ranch. Like I said, they've got a nice little soft field here. They got a couple of hangars in the back where they keep all their big camera cranes / arms, their camera vehicles. And they've got an A-Star, they've got a H-145C2, I believe, or really EC-145. Well, I mean, I guess it is H as well, too, because they still made it up to like 2020, I think. They might even still make it now. Anyways, the one with the exposed tail rotor. And I want to say they have a 520N as well. Anyways, onward down to GA2 to check out. Matt. What would make it easier to communicate? Or do you want my phone number too? Yeah, well, if you had freaking Instagram, George, that's where I spend the majority of my time. When you're talking about social medias or anything to do with my phone. A10. Oh, that's right, there is an A10. I'd say a majority of my time spent on my phone would be Instagram for the most part. Not even scrolling. I'm run most of my group chat stuff through there. I have Facebook, but it's pretty much only for Marketplace. If anybody messages me on Facebook, I open it just to get rid of the notification, but I don't look at it. Discord. What is 799 subscribers the threshold for needing a Discord for a YouTube channel? Dom, what's up? See, I'm not opposed to Discord. I just barely know how to use it, so I don't know anything about setting it up or anything like that. I'd figure it out, though. I'd like to keep it just me as long as possible. Dom, you look cute in your pictures that you posted. View of the shooting match and everything. What lake is this? Probably Spalding Kelly or something. Oh, and Dom, we're just kind of freeballing today. We're just kind of going around having fun. The weather's bad here, so I don't want to dedicate myself to doing a leg and then crashing out because of bad weather and having to restart something. So I'm just chill flying, relax flying today, with a little bit of yapping mixed in. Oh, and Georgia, what time did you leave the airport down here? Also, I'm very upset because I saw that you posted a video of the Stagger Wing pulling in, but you didn't have a video of it flying by. Did he do a flyby at all, or did he just land without telling anybody? Pretty sure we're in McDonough right there. That would be that. Okay. I could crash for funsies? Well, not in the Around the World stream. In this stream, though, I can definitely crash for funsies. Oh, I actually froze right there for a second. Airframe stress. Airframe stress. That is very unsettling to do in VR, let me tell you guys what. Oh, okay. You left right after the flyby. I feel like they did more than one. Unless you were there much later than I expected you to be there. Because I got there like 11:45, so they did one before then. Actually, I can tell you exactly when, because they did it like as I was pulling up, so I can check my video thing. Oh no, they did it at like 12:30. So yeah, I got there much later than I expected. Yeah, dude, in VR, shit like that, you're just like, okay, cool, you have to know it's fake. And even though it looks kind of cartoony, like you kind of immerse yourself into the realism of it. And, GA62. Which one's GA62? I think that's Griffin. Yeah. Eagles Landing. Okay, yeah, we're heading in the right fucking direction. I was going there anyways. Fucking should have trusted my gut. It just sucks because there's like very little visual discernment in between Atlanta and here if you go straight down the middle. Like you pass Fayetteville, then it's just kind of like dead space until you hit GA2. If you were to take the west side or the east side, then you head by the airport where we took off the other day. If you go the other way, you go by Peachtree City at Falcon Field. And then instead of course in VR, going forward, slamming on the brakes is fine. Going backwards and slamming on the brakes immediately makes my head hurt. Oh yeah, dude, going backwards, I don't want to say it took the longest to get used to, but when I was first doing the VR, I got used to the forward flight pretty okay, but the close to the ground, like hover work where you were going backwards, that's where it would throw me off. But when doing stuff like this, like I don't want to say it's invaluable, but it's, I can't think of another way that I would want to fly a helicopter in the sim at least. Peachtree traffic is helicopter 42069. We are like on final, pretty much. Kind of coming in here on runway 14, 13, whatever it is. You know, your boy, he's out here. He's freeballing it. He's having a good old relaxing time. So yeah, Tom, here is the airport where the... Oh, Tom, adios. I'll be back in an hour. Gotta go do influence their things. Go, have fun. I was gonna say, this is the airport that we do that the air show fly-in was at. It wasn't really an air show, it was just a fly-in. It just won't work to start back up, so that way I don't feel bad taking out a small loan to just out of pocket the helicopter real quick, basically. And super fucking excited because I understand what the limitations of the VR and the sim are. So, like, I'm fully aware, and I think most pilots that I talk to assume that I'm just playing with, like a computer screen and a joystick or a controller. But I understand what I'm doing. I understand my limitations. I'm also doing, like, 2 hours of ground school a day, where I'm going through like the entire run of ground school. So I understand what most of my limitations and what the shortfalls and everything of doing it this way is. But I feel very confident that I could hop into a helicopter and just basically fucking fly it. Yeah, this right here, Dom, this is what would throw me off so bad before. Just backwards hovering. Like, no fucking bueno. Does that got to go real quick? RG? RQ? A deportation flight today. To everybody's BRBing, Jesus. Bye-bye, everybody. Get out of here. I didn't want you here anyways. But yeah, it's like I knew what my, I knew what the shortcomings and shortfalls of training this way. I understand the needing to, or at least needing to understand what the things that can be different and non-representative in the sim versus in real life. It's like I know what I have to look out for, but I'm very fucking confident that I can get in a helicopter and be able to fly it. I don't want to say instantly, but almost instantly. What is next? What do I do next? I'm gonna head back into Griffin real quick, sit down at their police place. And then we'll go from there. So there's downtown Williamson. And throw a little bit more power at this too. See if we can get back to Griffin and get in a plane before somebody else shows up. It's starting to hear rain outside too, that's fine. That's the reason why we're doing shenanigans today and not actually flying around the world. And that's why we're angry helicopters. Grr, or whatever the scene girls in high school would say. Have a big church there. What church would that be? It's right there past that. I didn't know it was there. Weird. sit down here at the Spalding County Sheriff's Office hangar, which was just to the northwest side of the airport here, not attached to the airport, but just to the northwest of it. Also, there's an airplane graveyard here, and if you remember the scene from Black Panther, of them in like the small airplane graveyard, it was filmed right here at Atlanta Air Salvage in Griffin, Georgia. There's your fun fact. Asking more torque from it. Arresting our descent. Had to put in a little bit more left pedal. Put our nose over the front of the H. There we go. Let's see. Pretty happy with that. About centered up on it. Sick. Cool. So throttling down. Fuel off, whatever. Cool. Made it there. In flight. Let's see, where do we want to go? I want to do something. But what do I want to do? I think this is Everest here. That thing just looks so silly. I don't think it's going to let me. I've tried. What we can do, we can mess with the weather a little bit. I can set fuel and payload down. If I need more, I can add more. Manage mass. 0. Load that in aircraft. So we want wind coming from... Let's do it from the north. Winds. 23,000, 25,000. Speed coming from the north. Or just off the north. Flight conditions. Temperature. Some deep temperatures there. Or can I do a... What? No. Where are you putting me? I didn't click fly now. Okay, you're just gonna put me on the runway? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Jeez. It's fucking intimidating. Okay, let's see if we can Everest it. In real life, you can Everest the 125. In not real life, i.e. this, it wants to fight you. So, let's see. Already throwing a lot of collective in here. I mean, that was a lot of collective and a lot of pedal already. It's wild that I'm not even looking at fucking Everest. Holy shit. I'm basically just full collective right now. Monastery up here? Jeez. It's just a whole ass different place. Pretty sure this one up in front of us up here. Damn right we're in Nepal. Mount Everest Memorial. I'm curious what their flight plan or path to get up here was. Or like what extra things that they needed to do to steal fucking 26, or was it 28,000 feet or something like that? I think that's Hillary Peak over to the right. Anyways, that's Everest there. Going this way because I have some wind set coming from that direction. So that way as we get up we can use the wind to our advantage to keep a bit of a headwind climb efficiency bit with us. And I'm full collective right now. I haven't touched the collective basically since we took off. No, they did A star getting up to the top of Everest. 206 can't do it. I think 206 ceiling is like 14, 15,000. Oh, it can do higher, obviously. I think like effective altitude is up near the 14,000-ish range. I keep about 1,000 foot per minute climb. Yeah, the Airbus H125, or the A-Star, like we're in now, is the only helicopter in history to summit Mount Everest. And it landed, set on the summit for a couple of minutes, and then took off and left. So it wasn't just get up there and touch and get off. It was like get up there, touch there, collective all the way down, and then it got off. Because that's how you really show the power, obviously. Jeez, there's fucking camps up there. Yeah, that's right, because the camps have to be relatively high. We do plan on coming up here during the Around the World stream. As a... I think we're just going to hit base camp because I think it's so ungodly hard to do the summit that I'm not even going to worry about it that much. Mount Everest is the far one back there. This isn't even Everest here. I wonder if we're even going to make the saddle up here. What I may do here, I may go around to the right side. We'll see if we can hit this lower saddle, so at least we can get on the Everest side of a mountain, or whatever this is. But we're trying. We're chugging. We're chooching. Got good airspeed though. Happy with that. We're almost at 22,000 it looks like. think we're going to make this one, but I'll kind of aim for it anyways. Okay, bye again. Okay, welcome back again. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I make the barometric pressure, whatever, go up, that means the air should be thicker, right? Or I think I have it like 3018 or something right now. Where if I move this 3016, if I move this up, that means we have more air to play with, correct? And if I lower it down, that means the air is much thinner. I believe that's the game, right? If I can crank our density up, 3201. This ridge here. Should have wind coming from our right a little bit. What's that in hectopascals? I don't know. I fucking speak American. Everest Base Camp 4. I think that's the highest base camp. Nope. $26,000 feet. It kind of cock blocked me right there. I think they put a 26,000 foot limit on this helicopter in the game, or whatever the physics, or whatever's limited it to. Because I feel like that's what I got to last time trying to get up there, and it just did not happen. It's also absolutely fucking wild how tall this thing is. But I'm gonna keep fucking pushing. It's 26.3. I've only got 30 knots of forward airspeed. Don't like that. Then just keep trying the endless circling around Mount Everest, attempting to summit it. So I'm losing altitude now. Trying to maintain some airspeed. And it's too steep to just ground effect my way up there. I wonder if I can give myself any more assist to try to get up there. Temperature. It's cold. The air's dense. Let's try that. It's now a negative 100 degrees up here. Outside air temperature negative 94 C, boys. I believe in me too. Fucking mountain, jeez. I don't have any more collective to give. It just stopped. Okay, let's see if I can park down here. So I will walk to the top of this fucking mountain. Oh yes, I love out-of-ground effect hovers at 26,000 feet. Can't see what I'm doing because it's all white. My controller. Okay, boys. Yep, hiking. Dude, I've actually thought about doing this like ever since it came out. I'm like, I'm going to hike the top of Mount Everest. Okay. Let's see. You're good there. Dynamic rollover means nothing. Fucking sketchy. Okay, look, it's only that far away. And yes, we are going to do this. I don't know if anybody else has summited Mount Everest in the game, but we're going to. Good view. Kind of cold up here today, isn't it, boys? Hey, look, it's 0.92 miles away now. Tom's gonna come back and be like, the fuck are you doing? Shut up, I'm doing it nobody's done before. Well, I'm sure somebody's done this. There has to have been, right? Shoo. Yeah, only negative 100C. I can change that. No, not that. It's, I can do this. It's a bit chilly out here, isn't it? We can, it's 10 degrees. Much nicer. You can shed a layer. And I could go straight up there, but I want to kind of follow the ridge line a little bit, you know? Live weather. Why not? Let's get rid of that. Is this stupid? Am I dumb, or is this worth it? I swear to God, my power goes out. Look at the helicopter down there. If I click the space button, it seems to make me go faster. I don't know if that's jumping or what. .84. Ugh. Nope, not gonna lean back. See, Randy, what's up? right now we're going to the top of Mount Everest because technically our Airbus H125 should be able to make it to the top of Mount Everest, but the game physics won't allow it, even though real life physics would allow it. So I'm walking. This is very exciting content, I'm fully aware. But this is actually something I've wanted to do since like November when this came out, so I'm gonna do it. And yes, Randy, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And also, yes, to answer your question, I do plan on buying a helicopter eventually. It'll be much cheaper to buy a helicopter than it would be to rent one for the amount of hours that I need to get to become a commercial pilot. Yeah, guys, this spacebar helps out immensely. Whoa, we're halfway there. I haven't seen any bodies up here yet, so it doesn't seem that scary. I honestly don't see what the big deal is. See, this is normal speed. That's where the space button jumps. Yeah, you need a hell of a PC as well. I don't want to say hell of a PC. Like, you can do it on a... I did it on a laptop, but it was like the super low, No! Did my helicopter screw up or something? Did it slide off the mountain? Dang it. All that hard work. And now we're in a loop. Can I save the loop? Now that it's actual weather? Dang it. So I don't know if I just got far enough away from the helicopter to where it... Oh, I'm in full auto rotation. I wish I'd realized that earlier. Okay, so now that I know that we're in auto, our N1 is just decreasing. Let's see. We're gonna go to base camp down here. Why? Why are you not running? Because the starter's not on. A dumb way to spawn me. N1, come on up, bud. That's in flight, okay. That sucks. I will make it to Everest. Don't know when or how, but I will make it to Everest. So everything else is running. So why are you doing this to the game? Let's just go ahead and get down. There we go. Oh well. The dreams of Everest died a little bit more today. You cannot play for free because the game costs money to buy. We're gonna go somewhere that actually wants me to be there instead of Mount Everest freaking and not letting me walk to the top. I'm assuming the helicopter blew off the side of the mountain and slid down the mountain or something. And that would be the only thing that would make sense to me. Dubai International's wild, by the way. It's like all paved. New money. Saving back. Start flight. Thank you, Randy. Thanks for watching. But yeah, if you ever get the game, it's called Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. There are a couple of different helicopter games that you can get. This is probably one of the more realistic ones, so it's not exactly a fun game. It's more of a pretend you're doing the real thing game. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the like. Everybody, follow Randy's lead. Go like the video. Okay, yeah. So anyways, actually, let me walk around real quick to show you guys. We're going to hop in the Airbus H160, which is this helicopter here. And we're going to go fly it around Dubai. Make sure I'm sitting correctly in the seat here. Okay, cool. We're good there. So we have to turn the batteries on. Gonna use my mouse. Those are good. All that's looking good. Okay. That can go on. Side one starting. There we go. Switch that to idle. We're watching this number raise here. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. And now we can move this over to side 2. Move that to flight idle. Move that there. Move that generator on. switch is turned on. Put you back in the middle. Now I can take my laser pointer here. Click those on. All my lights are off. Rotor RPM is where it needs to be, so we're going to take off now. Take off the parking brake. Put the landing gear up. And now we're going to do 2. So we can see what we look like. You can see our gear going up right there. Very cool. What a good looking helicopter. Let's get rid of all these markers. Let's go check out Dubai. Yeah, so this whole thing's made to be like real life, Randy, so. And I'm doing it with virtual reality, so I'm actually, when I move my head around in real life, I'm actually seeing it like this right here. So. See, I think the Burj Khalifa is going to be south of us, which is something we want to go check out. Very big building, along with the Dubai National Mall. I want to go check that out. Oh yeah, we can see it down there. You see that big building? That's where we're going. And we'll follow the water corridor down here. The game, I think it cost $60 for the base version, but you can go all the way up to $200. It just depends on which version you get. But they all... I don't want to be listening to the radio. Get off this. I don't want to...
Contact tower on 118.75 when inbound.
But yeah, so even if you get the like $60 or $80 version, whatever it is, you still get to play in this world here. You just don't get all of the helicopters and airplanes. Thank you, Randy. I need to make some more videos, but for now we'll just fly around some helicopters and have fun. Look how big this yacht is down here that they photographed. I'll stick my head out the window. Look, it even has a helipad on the back there. That's a big old one. Yeah, we're gonna go check out the Burj Khalifa here. Then further down, if you can see that there, that's a hotel, and we can land at the hotel also. We're gonna fly around the Burj Khalifa first. Let's turn on the train warning system. Yeah, the headset definitely makes it a lot more fun. But it's fun anyways, you know, flying the airplanes around is super fun because you get to see the world. For me, like we were saying, I'm trying to do this very realistically. So it's nice for me to have the headset so I can do it in virtual reality with VR. Look how big this building is, guys. Wow. Currently going 115 knots. And that's not a big swimming pool down there, it's just like a big fountain, so they have water fountains and stuff all in there. That's a big mall too. A lot of very cool, expensive stores there. I think there's a helipad on the side of the Burj. I'm not 100% sure though. Stop degrading, you're there.
Check power.
You have
Check
power. We're not in Vortex,
Check
go
power.
away.
Vortex. Vortex.
Here, we're not in Vortex.
Vortex. Vortex.
Stop complaining. Yeah, that's cool that it gives me Vortex ring state warnings. Big building, goodness. Land on the top of the Burj? What do you think we're trying to do, bud? It's not $80,000. To copy the setup that I have right here, you would have to spend around $4,500. But you don't need this much to do it. You can do it with like $2,500. But I have special controls and everything that are helicopter specific. I want to get in Vortex Ring State again. That was fun. I like the callouts I had. Also, I don't think there's any place to land. But I want to get up here and put my door next to the tip. Do some close proximity hovering, you know. I'm not using their cheaty altitude hold or anything. I'm freehanding all of this. Yeah, I know my landing gear's up. Shut up. That was weird. I didn't change much. It gave me that big of a whiff. Must have had a breeze or something. Anyways, let's go check out the hotel. Some left pedal. We'll put ourselves in Vortex Ring State again real quick though. That was fun. Because this thing doesn't apparently doesn't like quick stops. But the hotel nearby does have a helipad. And we're going to degrade. So the way to get out of the Vortex Ring State, we're dropping pretty quickly right now. So what we have to do left on the cyclic and right on the pedals, which are power pedals, the right pedal, and left cyclic. So that kind of helps shovel us out. The other way to do it is to nose forward, which we had plenty of altitude there to where we can nose forward and get out of Vortex Ring State. But sometimes pushing forward to get out of it would do. Yeah, we're in the H160. I do believe it is the biggest building, or the tallest building in the world. I think there are bigger, like square footage wise, but that's the tallest building in the world. So yeah, the other way to get out of Vortex Ring State is to push forward, to like lean yourself forward and get your forward airspeed back. But you can also lose a good bit of altitude while you're doing that, so if you're close to the ground, that's not the best one to do. Putting ourselves in it again just because I like to hear it struggle. There you go, vortex me, bud. Nope, you didn't vortex me? Wow. Impressive. Let's come down here to this hotel real quick. And if y'all are familiar with Mike Patey and or the Red Bull airplanes, this is the hotel where they landed on the helipad. When you grow up, you want to fly an airplane? Yeah. Me too, and I'm a grown-up. Put me in Vortex. Put me in Vortex Ring State. Put me in State. Dang it. Yeah, I'm actively doing everything wrong to make it not work. Yeah, let's come in here for an approach. I have no idea which way the wind's coming. We can even slow down a little bit too, because we're coming up to the hotel, which is like I think they actually call it a 6-star hotel. Like it's better than 5-star hotel. It's a 6-star hotel. Okay, we have 3 lights in the green. That means our landing gear is down. Parking brake is off, which is that rotating switch there. I've got a button for that I press. This helicopter has such a good looking shadow. Oh, no, you don't. Let's see. Don't count them because of that. Speaking of Spruce Goose, that's actually in the game here. Let's try it. Does the Spruce Goose have landing gear to where I can put it on a runway? And if so, what runway do I take off with a Spruce Goose? I know a long runway. NASA shuttle landing facility. Where are you at, Sprucey? Big one there. Am I dumb? Did I look over it? It's huge, right? Yeah, there it is. It was low. Is it water only? Has no gear. PHNL has water runways. Okay, cool. I do have other videos. You can click on my name kind of around where you click the like button at, and I've got a lot of other videos there that you can go back and watch. PHNL. Oh, Pearl Harbor. Turn live weather off. Yeah, I knew it was a boat plane. I just didn't know if they actually had any, I Oh, yeah. Do you think we need more runway than that? That's the question, though. I want to start... Which way's weather? From 70? So that means it's coming from up here, so we want to be on 04. Set as departure. Start flight, I guess. I have no idea. We're gonna figure this out live. Welcome back, Tom. What? I better be on runway 4. This isn't right. For right, for water. Don't put me back over here. Oh. Maybe the spruce goose doesn't work. Oh. No, back here again. Interesting. I'm going to do ready for takeoff. I do not want to go through the startup procedure on that. Not yet. I know slew mode exists. I have no idea how it works, though. So... Okay, that's there. Let me do tab real quick so I can see which way we're actually facing. Okay, so we want to go left and up that way towards the dangerous places, obviously. Or we can just go straight, you know. What's rotate speed? Flaps. 100%. Hello, Honolulu. I promise I will be attempting to pull back shortly. Oh man, this thing just floats. No pun intended. Oh! What a monster! The fact that this was actually dreamt up and became a thing is insane. Ailerons, rudder, trim tabs, okay, cool. Prop, throttle friction lever, cool. Prop pitch. But I want high. What a monster. 110 knots, this thing just chugs. Wing flaps at 0. Trim. Cool gauges though. I can't imagine watching this thing fly. That must be unreal to see. What do you mean you fried Dino? Dino's here. I can hear his little breath snoring. Only 100 feet in elevation? Well, I guess we gotta... add a little bit more to that. Dude, that... what a sight. That's cool as shit. We're going to come back and run the opposite of runway 4, so we're going to do a runway 22 landing in the water there. Dino Nuggies, okay. Actually, let's do a proper landing on 4 because that's still good with the winds. So we'll do a giant left traffic. Do the elevator trim as a crank over here. Is that clickable? Hell yeah. So there's our runway that we're going to be landing on. It'll be here, and we'll be coming in from the water over there. It's in the middle there, flight engineer. Throttle what? Oh. None of those work. Autopilot, okay. That's just a fucking trim button. Dude, 190 was being generous on this, wasn't it? Yeah, Hawaii's on my to-do list. Honestly, we might need to land. No, we can do that. We can do that. That's fine. Let's get a tugboat to move us if we need it. Honolulu Tower. This is the big fucking airplane that's just above you. We're on a big downwind for runway 4 water. 4 right, I guess. Oh, because you have 2 right there, so I guess 4 water. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, we're on a kind of a diagonal off downwind for that. So we'll be over there in a few hours once this thing turns around. Do an Australian Alps tour. The Australian Alps, that sounds made up. Ooh, another R44 there. Nobody has an R44 model that I found. Or at least not one that's like good enough to be considered. Boy, this plane just doesn't seem very responsive, does it? I'm going to start rolling the throttles back a little bit. I was about to try for a short final, but nothing about this plane gives me any sort of confidence in short final. Also, look at the rudder pedals down here. That's a cool mechanism. I mean, I guess this is still a short final, but we're going for it. Don't judge me, I know my plane. No. Boop. Quarter flaps. We'll go half flaps. I like that. Or the normal around the world stuff today. But the weather here gave me other plans. So that's why we're shenaniganing today, but I do plan on shenaniganing here in a few weeks. Or not a few weeks, maybe in like a week or so. Like halfway through our Australian bit. So maybe once we get down to Sunshine, I'll do a shenanigan day. And we'll do an Alps tour. My boys like to call this a steep approach. Which honestly, if you have your big old Hughes out here and you're not doing steep approaches, then I don't know what to tell you. In fact, we're even going steeper. Gotta get used to airplane controls now, where I have to put huge inputs in. No idea what stall speed is, but we're floating. Holy crap. Where's my 1,000-foot wave? I also have no idea how tall this thing is. But we're slow enough to where I'm not worried. Butter. Melted butter. Guys, you didn't even feel us touch the water. Let's just park it over here to the left. Come on, turn left. We're gonna park here in the parking lot. The rudder's not working here. Do you not have rudders? Anyways, we did pattern. I'll do one more fixed wing thing just to... Do I do another fixed wing thing? I want to do one more thing. P51. I have no idea how to start it up, so we're just gonna runway it. Dom, adios, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, you say the Alps tour will take 30 minutes, but then getting it programmed in, start up, taking off, yapping, landing, etc., it'll be an hour. I just want to go make some passes around Pearl Harbor with this.
Honolulu Tower, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 8 right ready for departure. Departing straight out.
Okay, let's see what this is. Magneto, cool. Fuel valve. Emergency gear extension. Where's gear up, though? Landing gear. Up. That's what I want. Oh, yeah. Oh, it even sounds good. And there's that 44 again. Twitchy, but we'll work with that. I do have some flaps right now. Where's my flap setting? Mixture. Flaps on the P51. Canopy. throttle, propeller. Where be me flaps? Oh, here. Flaps on right. Boy, were you wrong. Flaps were deep left. Does that say mile per hour there? No fucking way we're doing 300. Holy shit. This thing's a bullet. Get rid of all this crap up here. This thing's a missile. Holy shit. Free bird, yeah. Ultralight ASAGS is out, call sign. No glass cockpit. 8 people in here. What's up, guys? We're doing some airplane stuff just because I've got weather here at my house in real life, which means I don't want to fail the around the world tour for the day because of that. So we're just kind of doing some shenanigans in Flight Sim 2024. Currently, that means P-51 Mustang blasting through Honolulu. Oh no, that's a stall if I've ever seen one. Sorry, boys. Hey, look, we're okay. I'll be honest, a lot of that was because I was trying to pull collective. Because I'm so used to doing the helicopter stuff. So that was on me. And also I did a maneuver that really kills airspeed. Let's try to do it again. Apparently that maneuver is not exactly friendly to this airplane. Whatever. We're here for fun. I'm an airplane. Or am I? I'm a helicopter guy. 500 miles per hour? I mean, yeah, that's where the red line is on the gauge. That is not the way I wanted to go. Because we didn't have the airspeed for the straight pullback loop that I wanted to do. Like here, as long as I'm keeping my my airspeed up, apparently it likes to fly. Who would have thunk? Never would have guessed that airspeed is friendly for airplanes. Yeah, nowadays they don't, fucking turboprops are pretty fucking slow unless you're Mike Patey. But yeah, no shit back there. I was trying to work the collective and do like helicopter pedal work. 350 knots, or miles per hour. We didn't lose that much airspeed. Fuck off. Ooh, there's an AS-50 there. Must be the tour. RB, I would assume it's Rainbow Helicopters. That's my guess. Okay, let's actually go to Pearl Harbor. That's what I got this out for. Scam account. But maybe they have real exclusive content, Tom. Maybe it is a real person. Let's go buzz ADC. And stay low on the way up to him. Warship not available. Dang it. Gonna intercept this dude. He's in bad airspace. Water looks like shit here, and I was saying that like the first fucking week that we were in this game, that the water looks like crap. Okay, we're gonna be left traffic for this fucking runway here. Let's see. Give it all the flaps. Down. Porpoise is bad boy. I've got my brake as my collective, so I can like kind of slowly try to like actually apply brakes to this thing. Why are planes so complicated? Why are you steering? I'm literally full right pedal, you son of a bitch. Cool, fuck you. You get in there. Enjoy. It's full right pedal there taking off. Maybe I don't have tail wheel steering mapped, and it's just all rudder. That would make sense. Controls. wheel. Yeah, okay, I don't. Tail wheel. Is there tail wheel steering or is it just all on the rudder? Anyways. The G2's not bad. I'll do the G2 just to... I mean, not that, like, you can feel if something's easy or not, but... Randy, see ya. I didn't see you say that. Oh, that was quick. Bye. Yeah, it's... Oh, that's suboptimal. How's that supposed to work? Ramp. More videos like what I'm doing right now? Yeah, we do this a lot of nights a week. We do these live videos. I'll do more recorded videos soon. Did I get that off? Okay. Shift C. Fuel valve on. Fuel mixture full rich. Battery master on. Strobe on. Fuel pump on. Carb heat auto. Got our magneto and the plasma igniter. Turn on there. And now we can click the starter button. You can see our RPM there, and everything there is warming up, torque, and blah, 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 blah. Da-da-da. So we can hit all this stuff now. I'm slowly adding throttle as well, so we don't kill out the engine with the everything else getting turned on. Sometimes you can bog out the engine, turning the blades on. If you click the notification button, the little bell emblem, then you should get a notification whenever we start streaming, Randy. You'll head over, you have faith in yourself. No, my governor is on. Okay, anyways, flying. This is a different rotation helicopter than the Robinson, so we'll be right pedal heavy. Collective and everything works. Cyclic there. So we'll slowly pick up on the collective. We see here that rotation there, so we need a little bit more right pedal. A little bit less right pedal. I'm doing a little bit right on the cyclic too, because I'm assuming that we have some A little bit of wind. And of course the tail rotor does push you left or right also. So hello. Can't wait for me to get out of the way. So yeah, me turning right this way means the tail rotor is pushing us to the left, so I have to do a little bit of right cyclic as well. But it seemed like the right push that I had to do was more than normal, so I'm assuming our wind was coming a bit from that direction. Yeah, I don't want to say it's harder or easier than the others. At least in the game here, the inputs feel more muted. Kind of like the Bell 407 feels very muted in the usage of it. But I would also think that they try to make these... I don't want to say that make it even easier or harder or whatever. I'm sure there's some different... let's say like hydraulic or manual or whatever mechanical advantage that you get in one versus the other. I'm sure there's some that may be slightly easier, or maybe slightly harder, or maybe they just feel slightly more intuitive. That could change from helicopter to helicopter, but at the end of the day, just the ability to do the rub your head, pat your stomach thing of understanding the relationship between your feet and your left hand and your right hand at the same time. That's the part that comes down to it, I guess you could say. Well, tomorrow, we'll tell your grandpa to get better soon. Hope the checkup goes well. We'll be doing this probably around the same time tomorrow. So tomorrow night, or I don't know where you're at. Don't tell me where you're at. But same time tomorrow, if you get on, we'll probably be here. Let's see, Tom, you can question GPS all you want to. But the real question would be, would you trust me? Do you think that my understanding of it is deep enough, and my acceptance that I know my sim's not a perfect one-to-one replication? But with that knowledge, knowing what I am, or being able to pick up on what the differences are and adapting to do it in the real world. That's the question. Do you think I could hop into a real helicopter and do it? That's the real question. Yeah, the way to go up, you look up, and as you can see, now that we're looking up, we're actually coming off the ground, so that's kind of the easy way to do it, you know? We want to go down, we just look down. We want to go up, we look up. We want to go right, we look right. We want to go left, we look left. Oh, don't say that, Randy. Turn coordinator doesn't know what to do with this. What fucking direction am I heading? I want to go south. If you look up, you'll probably die. the fun buildings. What is that floating thing out there? Is that just a tower that hasn't spawned in yet? Do y'all see that black shape that's floating out there? The one that's there-ish? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's a double bridge. Crap. There we go. We got to bridge the stream. No, the word you're looking for is level, not slanted. Flat, the horizon is flat because the Earth is flat. Duh. Dude, if flying like this with a helicopter was legal, I would be such a fucking menace. I want to get down here to mainland Bangkok. That's the goal. Literally only look at the instruments when you fly. That's all. You don't need to look outside. What is this thing up here? What are you? Damn, dude, you got me there. I guess I have no explanation for an emoji of a round Earth. There is no flat Earth emoji, so that's telling. Is this just a tower that was rendered in forever? For a freaking long distance? I did notice Tom refused to answer my question if he thought that I could actually do it in real life. Oh, here's the answer to the question. Hey, that's the answer I was looking for, basically. And that's my whole goal of doing this anyways. But I really do want to get... I mean, I guess probably before any real pilot uses the sim, I'll be licensed. So that I'll be able to give you a much more accurate whatever. I will say that my controls are loose. And I know it'll be much different in the real thing. Like, right now I'm moving, like, with a pointer finger, barely moving it around. Like, it takes no effort or force, so it's not like a 5 or 10 or 15 pound push. It's a smokestack, that's what it is. Okay. I do think I'm going to pick up hovering quick, though. That's kind of my main goal anyways. No, so it's 2025, Randy. Surgery's a normal thing now, and there's nothing to be worried about. We're all praying for him either way. Because Randy's one of the homies now. You see the tail clearance over the building there? That was slick, wasn't it? Doing it again. Yep. Are you going to disappear on the road up here? Or am I still going to have you? Where are you going? Oh, we'll follow this red car. Oh, dang it. We'll follow this red car. Ugh, dang it. Follow this black van. Please don't disappear on me like all my other friends. Nice. Let me get closer. Crap, are we going under the bridge, van? What? You can't just change directions on me. Make up your mind, dude. Where are you going? I don't think I can get under the bridge here. Oh yeah, we can. Trick hovering, let's go. Well, what, 5 foot of overhead room? Do some fast pedal turns. That's fun. I like the under the bridge stuff there, being that low. That's a good, I don't want to say a good trick flying, but it gives a good, really make sure you got the right hovering. But he has 7 April 6th. I think technology's good enough, dude. I think you're fine. Okay, we're gonna do some... set this angle here. Actually, we're gonna come in from this angle over here, and I'm gonna do the going down the runway while doing a 360 in one direction sort of thing. Come out on this other corner over here. Nope. Vertical reference simulator. Honestly, that might not be a bad way to learn looking over your side. Now what I want to do, I actually want to left side that. Upstream paused for me. Come back upstream. Okay, cool, we're good. I want to left side this, my vertical reference simulator here. Oh, this feels weird in this helicopter. Shoo. Tower's got hands. Don't know where the wind's coming from either. I'm sure that helps. Nope. Let's scoot back over here. Push into it. Yeah, we'll do some quick crosswind hovering, and we'll call it a day then. We'll do it out of ground effect too. Might as well. A 38 knot seems unreasonable. I can definitely feel it, I'll tell you that. From the west. I mean, you can see which way the wind's blowing, that's cool. We'll do some slow pirouetting around the, So right now we're directly into the winds, that's easy peasy. As you can see, we have a 40 knot airspeed. We're not even doing anything. What's going to be really hard is getting the tail to swing around. I think my indicator string on the window there. I can feel the tail wanting to snap around left. Still controlled-ish, but not smooth, you know. Also, a finished from tail rotor's not the most powerful. I'm going to pull back on the cyclic now. A lot of left pedal. Oof. Of course, this is a 40 knot crosswind also, so let's go the other way around. Let's head into the wind. Get her stabilized up. We'll go the other way. We're really trying to push our tail against it right now. Kind of front quartered at the moment. Now we're completely side to it. And now we'll start trying to feed the tail back to the center. Oh, there we go. Took the tail on me. I'm almost full right pedal right there. Just to hold it straight. We can get closer. Front quartering. Anyways, yeah, let the wind take us away. Gonna hit like an auto-ish sort of turn. And we're 200 ground speed in the Cabri. So where are we heading west? $144 knot winds. No idea what ground speed would be. Trying to fight for some airspeed so I can play with it. Ground speed 196. Come on, stop. 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 There we go. That was like a 198. $199. I saw 199 there. I refuse to be bullied. Why is it easier to hold into this? Whoa. Hello, building. Here, I want some altitude. $200, 202, 207, 210. Yep, we hit the 200 mark. And now, as a grand finale, I'm turning off the fuel, so we're gonna have to do an auto in this. Aw, dang it. Oh well. Ride of that thing's life. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll try to get some sleep. We'll get back on normal scheduling tomorrow. So 8:45, 9 o'clock, somewhere in there, Eastern time, US. That's +4 UTC. So, yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. Randy, Tom, Georgia Plains Spotting, anybody else who happened to peep in here as the day went on. Thanks for being here, and we'll actually do some helicopter flying around the world stuff tomorrow.